Okay, we're here. Hi everybody. Welcome. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. There's my T-shirt right there. One of my many. Thank you for popping in. Hey, and thank you for any of you out there who've been heading over to my little old Redbubble store. I never talk about it. I've kind of I got so much going on here. I don't have time to do it all. But yeah, the Redbubble store where you can get all kinds of logoed stuff of my channel if you want. You can get your own travel mug, coffee mug, t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever you want. Check it out. The logo is on the, I don't know, is it up here somewhere on my homepage? You'll find the link. Thank you. Thank you. Every time anyone orders anything from Redbubble, I get a little commission. It's like a little royalty. The Redbubble guys do everything. I don't have to do a damn thing. They make the item, they take your money, they ship it to you, they look after you if it isn't right. They're really good at it. I really don't get complaints from viewers about the Redbubble store. I don't get comments either saying, "Oh, it's the greatest t-shirt I ever had." It's like a silent little machine out there. Every once in a while, I'll get an email saying, "You made $3.20. Oh, somebody bought something." Fantastic. All right, thank you all for that. April 13th, 5 days from now. Oh my God, it's happening. 5 days from now, the meet and greet is happening in Ontario, California, at the Outback Steakhouse. And I look forward to those of you who have committed to coming. I ask any of you who would like to come to the Outback Steakhouse in Ontario, California, send me a private email ASAP so that I know exactly how many to expect. Lunch is on us. Jen and I are looking forward to seeing you. That's this Saturday. My God, already. Can you believe it? Unreal. Looking forward to catching up with you guys. That'll be fun. It's just going to be great. All right, what else do I have to tell you? Stuff. We're open soon, in an hour. Okay, fair enough. We're ahead on the market right now. 25 points on the Dow. Is that incredible? No, it's just 25 points on the Dow. We're up 3 on S&P. We're up 19 on NASDAQ. What is not happening is a bloodbath. There is no bloodbath. There is no desire of a whole bunch of people dying to get out of this market. Because what the investors have figured out, I don't want to admit this is one of these things that they go, well, yeah, you're right. They'll say, yeah, I know, but I don't want to say it. So I'll just do what I do and not say anything. But my job is to explain to you in plain English what the hell is going on, okay? And what's going on is the United States economy is doing great. That's the reality of it. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me politically, and I don't give a crap, because the reality is the U.S. economy is doing great. Now, for some people, this is fine. Other people, this is terrible news. If you're wishing your boy is going to become the next president of the United States, you want the economy to be crap right now. You want all kinds of protests. You want people burning up garbage bins in front of federal offices. You want people unemployed talking about how bad it is for me and my family. Not happening, okay? There are 8 million job openings and not enough Americans to fill the jobs. And there you go. And it's not that there are 8 million broom pushers required. It's not like we need 8 million lawn mowing people out there. Those aren't the jobs that are open. The 8 million, millions of the 8 million, probably 6 of the 8 million are jobs that require an education, some experience, a person who can be relied on. Harder to find those, right? Yeah, someone that an employer can hire and be confident won't screw it up, because there are jobs out there requiring people to work with millions of dollars of equipment, and they don't want it screwed up. Whether it's medical, whether it's construction, whether it's engineering, what have you. There are some serious jobs out there that cannot be filled. And it's America's fault, maybe. Is it Biden's fault? Is it Trump's fault? Is it Hillary Rodham Clinton's fault that there are 8 million jobs opening up? No, it's the way it is. That's the reality. It's just the way it is. And the way it is, kids, is if the United States does not get its political act together, and there is no hope of that, by the way, then you will not have an immigration program. And when I talk about an immigration program, I am not talking about people crossing the Rio Grande River immigration problem. I am talking about the jobs immigration problem that the United States has. There are millions of potential doctors, engineers, software specialists, IT people, and everything else who would come into the US, earn 100 to 300,000 a year or more, and spend a ton of that money in America, creating jobs and taxes like you cannot believe, locally, statewide, and federal. They can't come in because the American government immigration thing is so screwed up that it has stopped everyone from coming in numbers sufficient to address the shortage. Which means, of course, in my humble opinion, if 4 million of the 8 million jobs were filled by qualified candidates, after all your security checks and all this crap, you'd create another million or two jobs, which should just be fantastic. But it's not going to happen. And so the economy is running on 7/8 of a tank of prosperity. That's what's going on. And yet, despite that, with America with one hand tied behind its back, it's still outperforming the rest of the world's strongest economies. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Schumer. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi, for passing all those bills. The jobs, this Inflation Act, this chip thing you keep hearing about, this Infrastructure Act, these were passed in the first 2 years of the Congress. They are now coming through with dollars and jobs. This is feeding this constant shortage of workers and will for the next 5 years because those bills were not in place for 1 year election cycle. They were in place for 2 or 3 decades of growth because you cannot rebuild America's highway system in a 2 year congressional term of office. You cannot redo all the major airports that have to be done at the federal level in a 4 year presidential cycle. This is a 20-year, 30-year deal. When Eisenhower announced the highways program back in the 50s, before most of you were born, Eisenhower didn't build the interstates in 6 months. The interstates weren't finished during Eisenhower's term. They weren't finished during Kennedy's. They weren't finished during Johnson's. They were probably finished, the first phase, by the time Nixon showed up in the 70s. And Eisenhower announced this in the 50s. And why did he announce an interstate highway system? Multiple reasons, all right? Commerce, travel, blah, blah. Military applications. Bottom line, every interstate highway, the interstates, the big ones, can handle tanks. They can handle armored personnel carrier. The weight of these massive machines were factored in to the design of all the bridges and all of the roadways, interstates. The state highway system is a joke compared to the interstate when it comes to engineering. This is why it's so damn expensive. The United States and Canada have national highways for military purposes. At the end of the day, it's all about defense. And it doesn't matter who's in the office. It doesn't matter who your congressional people are. It doesn't matter who the senators are. National defense is one item that everyone agrees, give them what they want. And that was how it was done. But it took decades to get done. Now, here we are today, dealing with all kinds of crap, but the good news is America is excelling. And the whole thing about this stock market is, the interest rates have to come down. No, they don't. Interest rates will only come down if the economy is faltering and not slightly backing off from last quarter's growth to this quarter's projected growth. No, I'm talking about going into a recession mode. That's what I'm talking about, plain English. If we find that 8 million job openings become 1 million job openings and layoffs are overpowering everything, we're in a recession. We're not seeing that. That's not happening. Inflation would have to go to 8, 10, 12% for a recession to kick in. That's not happening in inflation. It's not happening. Certain goods cost more than others, no question. But we have seen the heat come off of the high-end inflation number from a year to 2 years ago. Is that because of Joe Biden? No, it's because of economic realities. If Europe is having troubles and China is having nightmares, China is delivering goods to the United States with price cuts. China is cutting prices left, right, and center because they're trying to employ their billion-plus people and keep that economy alive. And they are at desperate measures. America is not. America is benefiting from everyone else's problems, which is unbelievable if you think about it, but it's true. Goods from Europe are cheaper now than they were a few years ago in relative terms, because the US dollar is strong, European currencies are a bit weaker. The Bank of Switzerland cut interest rates 2 weeks ago, the first major country to cut rates because their economy is slowing up and they don't like it. Germany is right behind them. If they could, they would cut rates. But Germany now is part of the European Union, the ECB, the European Central Bank. They're the ones that have to cut rates. And they're reluctant to do so because they are trying to fight the inflation fight that America's fighting. Oh, and the ECB has a war to worry about in Ukraine. That's also not helping the economy over there either. In any event, America is doing great. Canada is sucking along with it. Thank you very much, I say to America. We love you here in Canada. We Canadians say, America, prosper. Please go forth and prosper. We'll go along with you. No problem at all. We love GMC pickup trucks. We love our American stuff. Yeah, we're just as redneck as you guys are. It's unbelievable. In any event, it's okay. I'm not mad. It's the world. It's just the way it is. All is well in the garden, all right? The markets are at all-time highs. Oh my God, how can that be? Why is the market at all-time highs if you have a Democrat in the White House? That doesn't make sense. That makes no sense. Any self-respecting Republican will tell you that you can't have record stock markets with a Democratic-led Senate and White House. Good Lord Almighty, you can't have that. Well, you do have that. Wow, we holy macaroni. And during Obama's term, how many record highs were there for the Dow, the S&P 500, and NASDAQ? Too many to count. And yet, a Democratic president can't have that. Trump had some record highs. Yes, he did. He sure did. But it didn't end at a high, did it? No. And we had some troubles in 22. But in any event, it's all right. It's not personal. It's not actually political. It's just business. Oil is down 52 cents a barrel right now. Why is oil down 52 cents a barrel? I'll tell you why. No matter what the Saudis do with cutting production, no matter what OPEC does about we're going to cut production, these morons are so into their little games of endless nonsense over there. They can't shoot straight, these guys. They can't figure it out between themselves. They're actually at each other's throats rather than one solid message. You have these Arab states against these Arab states trying to do this, they're trying to do that. Some Arab states are doing very well financially. Others are trying to do well financially by doing well militarily. And they're all losing against each other because they're just wasting all kinds of their potential and blowing it all up. And the West, the G20 countries that import this oil from these guys, which is us as well, what are we doing for the Middle East? What are we good at, really good at for these people? We supply them with bullets. We supply them with weapons. We supply them with missiles, jets, and all kinds of defense. We call them defense system stuff. Yeah, so they can kill people, each other and others. And we wonder why it's so violent over there. It's unbelievable. It's just so hypocritical. I don't know. It's crazy. Look, oil isn't going anywhere because oil is drowning the world. We are drowning in oil. And I don't care what your personal opinion is about EVs. But at the end of the day, if you don't like what Russia is doing, you don't like what the Mideast is doing overall, everywhere, Mideast. There's one way you can make these countries not do so well and not be able to be so disruptive. Get an EV. Use less gasoline. It's just as simple. Every time you turn your ignition key in your car or your big old pickup truck, you are supporting Putin. You are supporting Xi in China. You're supporting the morons in Iran. You're supporting all the other morons in the Middle East. You're supporting all the dictators of the world who are sitting on all this oil and are living a lifestyle thanks to you turning that ignition key because you're just burning it up and they're just going, how much more do you want? We love American dollars over here. And if you've ever been to Dubai, why don't you take account of how many 50-story buildings or higher there are in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Jeddah, Riyadh, all these places in the Middle East, how prosperous they are over there. Thank you, America, for just burning it up. It's our fault. It's our fault. We are to blame. Whether we burn the fuel to create electricity, whether we burn the fuel to warm our houses, burn the fuel to make our factories work better, burn the fuel to ride our trucks and our cars. And we are to blame ourselves because we perpetuate it with all of these lobbyists in Ottawa, Canada, Washington, D.C., and all the capitals of the states and provinces to keep the oil game going. Because there's a lot of money to be made in America and Canada from royalties from oil and gas. Alberta, where I come from, lives off of the royalties of oil and gas. Canada, a third of its budget for Canada, the whole country, is oil and gas and coal and electricity generation, power generation. America, there are places in America that without oil and gas would be destitute. Deserts. Texas is one of them. Unbelievable. And Oklahoma and so on. Look, there are good people in the oil patch. There really are. There are fantastic people in the oil patch. There is fantastic technology in the oil patch in North America. Yeah. You want to pull a barrel of oil out of Canada and refine it and then sell it, you have got to go through some environmental hurdles like you cannot believe. And yet the tree huggers out there won't let you buy that stuff. They'll say, oh, no, they're just polluters. But a barrel of oil coming out of Saudi Arabia versus coming out of Alberta or out of Texas or Oklahoma, whole different set of rules. There are some serious rules in North America about that versus over there ain't no rules, baby. It's the Wild West, and it's just make money, and pay the bribes to all the military generals, all the judges, all the jailers, all the cops, all everybody. And it's the game that is built in. And oil is everywhere. The need for cash flow of countries that lean on oil, that are not first world countries, is so great that no rules are followed. No rules need to be followed. And that's the way of the world. And there's oil everywhere because the pressure to pay bribes to keep these fiefdoms running, to keep these strong men in power, never stops. And whenever oil backs off, if you see oil down to 30, 40 bucks a barrel, watch for coups to take over. New military boys are taking out the old military boys. It's the whole game will start all over the place. Total carnage. You want to stop Putin in his tracks? You want to stop Iran from being able to fund Hezbollah and all the other nonsense going on? Don't burn gas. Use less fuel and watch what happens. You can make a difference, but I'm talking to the deaf ears. Good luck with that, my friend. Too many governments in our North American system and in Europe are dependent on oil revenues. And so actually, we're addicted to oil being the big money maker, which means one of the side effects of these unpleasantries that are happening in various places around the world. But it's not our backyard, so we look the other way, and guilty as charged. That's the way it is. Okay, welcome everyone to the show. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. That sometimes makes you happy, sometimes makes you mad. I'd like to help you make money, though. That's kind of what I'm really about. But I want to give you an idea about where are we? Where are we at in this whole thing? What's happening here? Wood Artisan, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. It's much appreciated. Gold Bagel level member, awesome. Thank you so much. Are you folks addressing my poll question? I hope you are. I think 176 of you have answered my poll question now. SoFi shares will reach $10 a share as April 29th's earnings are released. We only have 10 trading days between now and the earnings report for SoFi. 10 trading days this week and next week, because Monday morning on the 29th, before the opening, SoFi releases its financials. And so we're down to 10 trading days before the first quarter numbers are released. I see 179 votes. 59% of you say, yes, sir, we can reach $10 a share before the 29th of April. Some are saying 42%, 41% saying, no, not going to happen. 184 votes are in, and they're coming. Come on in, let me know. While you're hitting that poll question, do me a small favor, click the thumbs up button at the same time and let YouTube know that you appreciate this Canadian ranting old fart that he hasn't got any hair left on the top of his head, face for radio. You appreciate this guy ranting and raving at you every morning. Let YouTube know. Hit the thumbs up button and give us some momentum there. I appreciate it. NVIDIA, $692 higher right now, $887. We're watching for SoFi's move today. What will SoFi do this week? Is it going to get this run up towards the $10 level through this week and next week? Our 10 trading days, we're $2.50 away. We only need 25 cents a day of upward movement. That's all we need. 25 cents a day. We're at $7.49, up 9 at the moment. We'll follow that and see what's going on. I believe that SoFi will exceed the estimated numbers that they were projected to make by whomever estimated those numbers. I believe that SoFi will also reveal to the world that their next 3 quarters of this year, 2024, will be higher than previously thought. Why do I say that? Because there's 845 million reasons why I'm saying that. They raised 845 million net money 3 weeks ago, and they took out 40 million in interest expenses that they were paying, which were going to become 60 million in interest expenses. Those are off the books. So any forecasting done with that in mind has to be adjusted. That's as much as, well, it'll be 4 or 5 cents a share for the year. They also have $500 million of added working capital. That's money they can lend to borrowers at a leveraged amount. Their capital ratio has improved dramatically. This company is economically doing very, very well. Again, in an economy that is running right along. SoFi does not need an interest rate cut to make more money. There's this talk out there that, well, if interest rates come down, SoFi will have more people coming to it to borrow money. I'm going, what? What? No way. Where does that come from? When interest rates stay up, more people come to the bank to borrow money. The tougher the economic positions are, more people come to banks to borrow money. Not because interest rates are lower. It's when interest rates are higher is when more people come to the bank because they need help. They got a layoff. They need some bridge financing for this or that, or they want to borrow money on a line of credit to take out credit cards that are too expensive, or reorganize their student loans and their house payments and all that. SoFi is scoring on all metrics here. They don't need any interest rate cuts. And what were we talking about with interest rate cuts? You remember? It's supposed to be 6 of them. Then there's like 3 of them. Now maybe 2 of them, and perhaps none whatsoever. I mean, even if we get 2 or 3 interest rate cuts, what is the possible maximum amount that interest rates will drop by from where we are now? Maybe half a percentage point? You actually believe these morons when they say a half a percentage point interest rate drop will save SoFi and the banking business? We're that bad off? I don't think so. These guys are idiots, and they don't know what they're talking about. Because, again, not their fault. They're so young. They're in their 30s and 40s, these highfalutin, university-educated business graduates with master's degrees, and they drank more beer than all their buddies in class, and they were the head of their fraternities and all the shenanigans that went on. These guys have zero life experience with respect to high interest rates. They haven't got a clue what the world is like because they didn't live it. They've never lived in a high interest rate environment. It's nothing personal. It's just obvious. It's fact. They haven't been around with high interest rates. Powell, as old as he looks, all right, and Janet Yellen, as you know, that white hair she has and that little bowl cut of her, as old as these people are, and the president of the United States, as old as he is, and even Trumpster, who's been around a few decades, they survived the 70s and the 80s with high interest rates. Biden as a senator, Trump as, I don't know what he was, some real estate thinking. He was into 12, 15% interest rates as a real estate guy, and he built skyscrapers in the 80s in New York. He got it done, whether it was his money or not, doesn't matter. We're all familiar with what interest rates used to be, but the analysts today, the 38-year-old fancy-dancy analyst of the 42-year-old, 20 years ago, that kid was a university graduate. 20 years ago, in 2002, interest rates were zero, okay? They have no concept of any kind of interest rate rise other than the one we've had now. And they're like shocked. Oh, God, 5% Fed funds rate. Oh, it's the end of the world. Oh, morons. Absolute morons. Inexperienced morons. And they are clickbaiting you guys like you can't believe. You see it every day, every week. Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. Oh, interest rates have to come down to save the economy. Da, 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 da. Pure Republicans. Because they don't have a Republican president, I guess. I don't know. Something tells me that if Trumpster gets into the White House, 5% rates are just fine. Okay, America's strong enough to take that. We're okay with that. Oh, let's cut taxes. Great. Let's kick the can down the road another presidency to take care of all the problems of the U.S. Debts and what have you. Have you noticed the United States owes, what, $20 trillion, $30 trillion? I don't even know what the number is anymore. We used to know the number within a few trillion dollars. We don't even care anymore what the number is because it is so irrelevant to our daily lives. Most of you out there and your friends and relatives and everything, what's the most important thing in your world? The next paycheck is the next most important thing to you, to your existence. That's all. It's the next paycheck. And how many years have people done this game from the 70s to today, the 60s from today? The next paycheck is what all that counts. And as long as that keeps coming in, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. That's it. That's it for most Americans and Canadians, Brits, Germans, the next paycheck. We live for today. We spend for today. We don't think about tomorrow. There it is. Now you're here with this old fart listening to me just go on and on and on and on. And you're becoming option writers. And you are defying all normalcy out there. You're breaking every rule out there. You are defying Mother Nature. You are upsetting the apple cart. How dare you? You are becoming less dependent. You're becoming less and less dependent on your paychecks. Some of you have turned your paychecks into pocket money that comes in on the side now because you're making so much money writing options that the paycheck that you used to get that dominated your life is now just a nice little add-on to what you already have. Because you figured out that if you write options correctly, you can bring in this income, this new gig income that you never thought possible. But you can thank COVID for all of this. You can thank COVID for everything. COVID has changed your life completely. Because going back in time, if we go back to why is this happening to all of us right now? Why am I here? Why are you here with me? Why are you writing options? Because I wouldn't have been doing this channel in the way I'm doing it 7 or 8 years ago. There's no way. I was asking myself in 2017 when I was going to become a YouTuber, what kind of channel should I have? And I was debating whether I should have a travel channel or a finance kind of channel. And I had no idea what either one would be like because I didn't know what I do. And I'm looking at YouTube at all the other tubers out there, and I'm trying to figure out, well, what do other traveler channels do, and what do these financial channels do, and who would I be like, and what would I be like, and how would it work out, and what would I talk about, and what would I, would I have a theme of some kind? Like, what's the shtick? Why does anyone want to watch this face? Really? I mean, help yourself, please. I ended up choosing the travel channel. Why did I choose a travel channel instead of a stock market channel, first of all? Because I looked at the other stock market channels at that time, 2017. So I'm not insulting anyone who's a YouTuber today, because in 17, many of the YouTubers you follow right now weren't on the air in 2017. Or if they were something else. They were a real estate channel. They were, I don't know, make money from home, making gadgets. I don't know what they were. Or they were, in college, high school, college, and now they're, 26 and they have a YouTube channel. 7 years ago, the channels I was looking at for finance put me to sleep in 30 seconds. I went, oh God, I can't do that. There's no way I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a non-YouTuber in like 6 months. I'm going to give up because this is boring as hell. I don't want to do that. The technical analysis people and the resistance levels and the support levels and I'm going, oh God, this is just ridiculous. And I'm looking at how many subscribers they have, how many views they get. I'm going, how do they make a living? They clearly have a day job and are doing this on weekends because, oh my God, this is just ridiculous. And I just didn't want to be a part of that. And so I became a travel YouTuber because I was hoping to travel because of the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel would help pay for travel for this retiring couple, Auntie Jen and Uncle Bruce. They could, retire and travel and have it be compensated for. And that would be great. And then COVID happened. And COVID changed everything. And COVID changed all of your lives. And COVID blew this thing out of the water. Unbelievable. These apps that have shown up since COVID. How many people now will not return to their offices since COVID? Game changer. Complete global game changer. There are complaints in Cape Town, South Africa. There are complaints of how many digital nomads are visiting Cape Town and hanging around Cape Town. People who do not need an office and are working off their laptops in Cape Town. They're traveling the world. These folks are in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s. And there's complaints about these people because they won't stay in 5-star resorts perhaps, or they don't spend the kind of money that the tourists in the past used to spend, or whatever the problem is. But thank you, COVID, for changing everything. And real estate has forever been changed in North America and Europe. Travel has forever been changed, and attitudes have forever been changed because so many of you out there were forced to stay at home. You were told you can't come to the office, and you guys were up in arms about this. But you had to stay home like everybody else because all your friends and relatives were staying at home. After a couple of weeks, many of you figured out this isn't so bad. Actually, this was pretty good. I can get my work done in 6 hours because I don't get 2 hours of distractions anymore. I'm not in this building where my boss can summon me over in a moment's notice and take up 10 minutes of my time and tell me, rant and rave about his boss at me like I'm the problem or something like that. I don't get these distractions anymore. I just get my work done and I'm done for the day. And there's this extra 2 hours of time that I have saved because I'm way more efficient at my job. And I don't commute to the office for an hour a day. And I don't commute back from the office an hour a day. I've just got 4 hours of life given back to me while I'm awake. These aren't 4 hours in the middle of the night. These are 4 hours in the middle of the day that have come to me, which gives me children time if I have kids, pet time if I have pets, friend time if I have friends, personal space time if I need personal space time. And a lot of folks were finding themselves and realizing, I like this game. And then I started doing this because of the GameStop phenomenon, the whole dang thing. And I started bringing out option writing ideas. And some of you found me. I don't know how, but you found me. And now you're writing options. And your lives have evolved yet again. And now you have a gig that is making you some serious money. And I couldn't be more delighted. There are folks out there who found gigs as well that are not doing what we're doing here. They found their own gig doing whatever they're doing. Good on them, because this world has changed forever. The employers out there are running into this wall. They demand you come back to the office, and they're not coming back. There's a percentage who will, but there's a percentage who won't. And the percentage that won't are the key employees that they used to dominate and scare the crap out of. And those folks aren't coming back anymore. They've had enough. And that's you guys. You've had enough. And you're saying, I'm not interested in this fear-mongering bullshit game anymore where you give me a 2% raise and tell me how lucky I am to get it. Screw you bastards. I am going my own way because I can write stock options on stock options. I can write poor man covered calls. You didn't know I knew that, did you? I do know that because of Uncle Bruce. I'm writing stock options on options. I'm writing cash secured puts. I am writing credit spreads. And I am going to put my 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200, 500,000, a million to work for me and my future and me and my present day. I am going to replace my paycheck with my own gig paycheck because I like the boss better. I like me as the boss more than any boss I have ever had. This is the big, big game changer. And I welcome you all to this little old channel. And I want to say congratulations and a big thank you and a shout out to those of you this past week who have decided that when Bruce does one of these things here, when he does this, I'm going to take advantage of it. There are a number of you who have got a hold of me and have said, hey, you put your classes on sale. You life changer, you. I want 5 classes. I want 10. I want 15 classes. I'm jumping on this deal because I know you only do this once in a while. And I'm taking advantage of it. And I want to say a shout out to those of you out there, you know who you are, who stepped up in the last few days, because this has only been going on for 5 days now, 6 days. You stepped up and said, Bruce, here you go. I'm sending you $599.99 US to your PayPal account. And here are the 5 classes I would like. And I've done my best to get them back to you as quick as possible. Congratulations, those of you who have stepped up, because a number of you who are doing this are newbies. A number of you have only been here a few months, and you've already picked up 3 or 4 or 5 classes, and now you've got 5 more. And you're taking a big chunk of classes into your hands right now, and you're dedicating so many hours a week to watch these classes, to learn the art of writing stock options on stocks, on indexes, on what have you, to become self-employed and become self-funded, to no longer rely on some corporation out there that may be from your hometown, maybe from your home state, maybe from your home country, or maybe is not from anywhere near you whatsoever, and you are completely vulnerable to a reorganization at any time. And there are many Canadians and many Americans and many Brits and many Germans and French and Italian and Spanish and everywhere else who had never thought that their job could be taken over by a third world employee. You had no idea that someone in the Mideast or Asia, working in far poorer conditions than you will ever imagine, could have, in effect, eliminated you from economic existence. And yet, how many times have we seen this the last 30 years? 30 years. This isn't even a 5-year phenomenon. This is 30 years ago it started, where people had to train people to, in effect, take them out of economic existence. The brashness of corporate America and corporate Canada to make the employees of the Canadian and American companies train third world people to ultimately take their jobs away from them. The brashness, the balls that these bastards had, unforgivable. Traitors to their country, unbelievable. But hey, if you're not going to wake up and smell the coffee, you're not gonna get it, and it's just the way it is. You gotta understand, this world ain't fair. Okay, this world isn't always nice. We've got to take our pound of flesh for ourselves. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for taking my classes. Thank you for sending me emails and letting me know how you're doing, asking me for my opinion on this or that or this or that. It's appreciated, and it tells me you are paying attention and you are busy writing options. Folks, those of you who are writing NVIDIA credit spreads, congratulations. You're doing it right. You're staying way behind the market price. If you're listening to me, you're staying way behind. You're writing your spreads, and I want you to take a new position in your life, and it's called folding your damn arms. There are so many of you who are here who are so eager to trade. You are eager to score a profit that you are losing by winning too soon. Does that make any sense? I have viewers here who do everything right, except one thing. They do everything right. They research how credit spreads work. They've taken my classes. They watch me here all the time. They're part of the Discord channel. They're part of this, part of that. They find the stock they want to do a credit spread in. They find the option chain of the stock. They find timing. They find pricing. They find the spread, and they make their move, and they take their position. And they might be too eager in doing so and not get enough as what they should be getting. And sometimes they're not doing stink bids and stink asks and what have you, but they made the trade. They did it. They stepped forward and they went ahead and did a credit spread. There are many, many, many viewers here who started with one put that they wrote and one that they bought, and that was their first ever credit spread. And miraculously, the spread has 7 weeks to live, 6 weeks to live, 5 weeks to live, 4 weeks to live. And within a week or so, they're up. And they just can't believe it, because deep down inside, they are damaged goods. I have viewers here who've been badly hurt by the markets for years and years and years. And they've been badly hurt by their employers. They've been badly hurt by supervisors. They've been stabbed in the back at the office. They've seen it all always go against them. And now, this one time, they write a credit spread on something like NVIDIA. And they took in a $2 credit, $200 credit. And within a week and a half, they're up $80. And they're looking at it and they don't understand what is happening. They can't believe that their account is actually plus 80, because it's never plus 80. It's always negative. They always lose money. And now they're nervous as all get up, because they're worried about losing that $80 gain, rather than thinking, I still have 120 to make on this trade. They are actually thinking in reverse, because they're inherent gamblers. From way back when, they were gamblers on the floor of the stock exchange. They were gambling on hot stocks, gambling on stocks going to the moon, gambling on earnings reports, gambling on takeovers, gambling on who knows whatever they were gambling for. And now they have this very boring credit spread trade that they're up $80 on. with 120 to go, or they're up $120 with 180 to go. Whatever your spread was, whatever the spread was, they're up 20, 30, 40%. And it's killing them. It's driving them up the wall. It is eating them alive, and they want to close the deal to lock in the profit. And I'm sitting here getting emails from time to time from some of you out there who are telling me these stories. And I'm sitting here going, stay the course, keep your arms folded, hold on a little longer. You've done everything right. You've done 9 out of 10 things correctly. You have one thing to do, one more thing to do to score this deal. Just one more thing is all you have to do. And what is it? Fold your arms and wait for these contracts to completely collapse. Completely. How do I know I'm right? Well, how about this? Let's pretend, all right, because some of you have done it and some of you haven't. So let's just pretend that you've written a cash secured put, or sorry, a credit spread, a put credit spread on NVIDIA. Just NVIDIA, because a lot of you have. And you've listened to my advice. You've said to yourselves, Bruce is right. I'm going to take a credit spread where I'm at least $100 behind the stock's price or more. I'm going to write a put and I'm going to buy a put. I'm going to write a put that might be a $760 put. I'm going to buy a $740 or something like that, or a $750 and a $730, or a $770 and a $750. But I'm about $20 apart between the one I write, because I get more for that one than the one I'm buying, because I pay less to get that one. They both expire on April the 19th, next week Friday. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Next week Friday. You want to know what your contract is going to be trading at? What are those two going to trade at a week from now? It's easy to figure it out. It's available to all of you, whether you're level 2, level 3, level whatever trading. It doesn't matter. You can go to marketwatch.com, which is a free site. You can go to the option chain there. Why don't you take a look at those strike prices that I've just quoted? Just look at those for April 19th expiring. And then take a look at those same strike prices for April the 12th expiry, this Friday. Take a look at the difference in value between this Friday expiry and next Friday expiry. Or if you're into May contracts, I think it's May 17th, take a look at May 17th and May 10th and May 3rd. And take a look at how they drop in value as time shrinks them out. Because if you're an option writer, you're a shrinkage expert. You're not a fancy-dancy momentum trader. If you think you are, you're fooling yourself. You're a gambler if you are. If you are an option writer, you are a shrinkage expert. You are looking for shrinkage to make your money. Stock goes the right direction for you. That's great. That's great. But don't take credit for it. You got lucky. Shrinkage is the key to this business. And you need to understand what the shrinkage can be on what contracts you might be creating here. And that's the thing that I try to bring back to all of you again and again and again. And it doesn't matter if it's a credit spread, if it's a deep in the money, poor man covered call trade, or if it's a regular call contract that you've written on Apple or IBM or whatever you're sitting on, GameStop. Look at the shrinkage over the next week or two on the contract that you're into, if you're into contracts with 3 months or less to go. Because it's in the last 90 days, the last 60 days, the last 30 days, the last 15 days, where shrinkage is unbelievably horrific for the gamblers who went the opposite way on you, the ones who paid the stupid money to buy a contract that you wrote. How many of you have written NVIDIA contracts and have received $25 in credit on a put that you wrote? You couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. I just got $2,500 to write this put. I bought a put for $2,200 or $2,100 against it. And so I have a $300-400 spread here, a credit spread. These contracts are worthless. They are out of the money $100, $80, $60, $120, $200. They are out of the money. They are worthless. They only have time value. And there it is. There's only 5 trading days a week, generally speaking. And in 2 weeks, there's only 10 trading days. So today, the 8th of April, is day 10 of April 19 contracts. The contracts that expire next week, Friday. This is their 10th last trading day. Tomorrow's their 9th last trading day. Guess what's going to happen to these premiums on the 19th contracts? Guess what's going to happen on the 12th? The ones that expire this Friday, they only have 5 days to go. You want to see shrinkage? Why don't you write down on a piece of paper the opening bid ask of these contracts this morning, and every morning write down the bid ask on those same contracts that expire this Friday and next Friday. You'll see nothing but this massive shrinkage. Yeah, the stock can go up and down. I know. Sure, yeah. You'll take that into account. You'll go, oh yeah, well, they shrunk $1 instead of $2 because the stock went down. Or, oh, they shrunk $3 instead of $1 because the stock went up. But all in all, oh goodness, are these giving it up? And you'll see the spreads just go. And again, I come back to how many of you are doing it right, except you're doing it wrong. You're doing it right. You got the spread. You're doing it right. You picked the timing. You're doing it right. You pulled off the trade. You're doing it right. You wrote a month out, and they're shrinking. Now, don't make one last mistake that is fatal. All that work is blown up because you ended up taking a 30% profit. You couldn't stand being a winner. You couldn't stand it. You're just not used to winning. You have to look at a trade with a 100% grade on it. If it goes to 0, it's a 100% win. And you have to ask yourself, am I a C student, a B student, or an A student? What am I going to take out of this? Because you get one chance when you create a spread to take your dough out of there. You can only make the maximum you can get is the spread. That's the max. How much of that max are you going to take? And if it's a couple of extra days where you don't have to do a damn thing, you're going to have to get used to this. It's time for you to get greedier and to become more ruthless. You're a sniper. You took your shot 4 weeks ago. Your victim is bleeding to death out there. I'm sorry I'm so graphic, but that's what's happening. The option player on the opposite side of your trade is bleeding to death because they're watching their premiums go down. They're watching them shrink out. Now, they've traded off and on, back and forth, in and out of all kinds of trades. Of course, it's not the same actual person that did the trade with you. Unlikely. The contracts trade a zillion contracts all the time. But at the end of the day, the contracts are shrinking out. The air is being let out of the inner tube. And your job is to just pick up a limp inner tube. That's it. Either let it sink to the bottom of the ocean or pick it up for pennies and score massively. Become A or B students. Don't settle for C's and D's. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Thank you all for joining me. We are 5 minutes away from opening this market today. So glad you're here with us. We have almost 300 people watching right now. Thank you all for coming through here and hanging out with us. It is tremendous. It's humbling that you're here. Thank you for those of you who've been sending me messages, support. Those of you who've been picking up the classes. Oh my God, congratulations, all you brand new class takers. This is exciting stuff. I am seeing names here. People are jumping in and grabbing these classes and saying, Bruce, I've already got 3. I want 5 more. I'll take this deal that you're offering. Congrats to all of you who are doing that. Thank you again for those of you who are subscribing to this channel. Thank you to those of you who are stepping up to become members of this channel, especially those of you becoming Gold Bagel members. Those of you who are jumping in on that level, it is so appreciated. And I am hoping that you're finding it very worth your while, that being a Gold Bagel member has absolutely added money to your account. Don't forget, there's a poll question going on. Don't forget, we have a meet and greet this Saturday going on. And don't forget, Wednesday night, primetime live for Gold Bagel members. If you want to become part of the Discord channel, join the channel as a Gold Bagel member, send me an email and just say to me, Uncle Bruce, I've just joined your channel as a Gold Bagel member. I want to become part of the Discord group, the chat group over there, because I know that your viewers talk to each other even when I'm not on the air to compare notes about option writing, about positions. One solicits the other's opinion on, what do you think of this trade? What do you think of that trade? It's a great place for you to hang out. I don't hang out on the Discord channel. I'm not part of the Discord channel. It's a Discord channel handled by a third individual who is loyal to this channel and has created a place, safe place, no trolls accepted, to compare notes and how to make money in this option market. So join my channel as a Gold Bagel member. Send me a private email at my email address at brucefarmer@hotmail.com, and I will send you a link that you can go to become part of the Discord group. Okay? We'd love to have you there. Again, I'm not part of it. I don't even know how many there are. I don't know how many people are in the Discord group. I have no idea. It's run out there, and it's completely independent of me. I'm just here my 2 hours every day, and if you want to talk to me directly, send me an email, and I'm more than happy to talk to you. Thank you all. Any of you would like to have a one-on-one session with me where you want to have a chat about your trades and your portfolio and your scenario, your changing world, because a lot of you will find at 3 a.m. you get that phone call and everything's changed. You let me know. You get a hold of me through an email, and we'll find an hour or hour and a half to get together, and we'll have a one-on-one chat on camera, just us, and we'll see if I can. I'll see if I can help get Richard. How about that? That's all I'm about. I'm all in here to try to make you richer. I hope that's okay for you. I hope you don't mind. I thank you all so very much for being part of this channel. 752 is where SOFI is trading at right now. Thank you, SOFI. Don't stop here. We'd like to see you break through $10. There's a poll question out there today. I've asked for you guys. You guys let me know what you think about that poll question. It's pretty simple. It's basically a simple question of, will SOFI shares, they're going to reach $10 a share as April 29th's earnings are released. So between now, this week and next week, will SOFI shares get up to $10 a share? 56% say yeah, and 55, 45 say yes, 45 say no. 289 votes are in. The disturbing part of that, the poll, is not the poll question. There's 290 votes there. We only have 131 thumbs ups for the show. That's the disturbing part. That's the sad part right there. 138 thumbs ups with a poll question of 291. That means 160 people didn't even bother going to the thumbs up area of this show. And I just wonder if I just shut the show down and take the rest of the morning off. I mean, if you don't want me here, tell me you don't want me. I'll go somewhere else. Maybe I'll go to TikTok, or I'll go to Instagram, and I'll do my live shows there and charge $100 each and talk to people who care. I don't know. I'm just asking. It's just a guy. I'm just a guy asking for help here. Larry Titus, thanks, buddy. There he is. Thanks, Larry. Says Dean, welcome. Great to have you all here. All right. Okay, Sean is saying your organization can't accept donations right now from PayPal, while following link to donate in the description. Here's what you need to do. If you're trying to send me money on PayPal, okay, we've had this glitch lately. I don't know what's wrong with PayPal. PayPal, as you know, you've heard issues about it screwing up. Many of my viewers don't have an issue. It might be the browser you're using. I don't know. But apparently, if you go to paypal.com and then look up my name, Bruce Fromert, you will find that you'll be able to send me a donation. Here's my name. Also, if you add, after my name, if you add this right here, Traveling with Bruce, I hope this will work here. There at the very bottom, you notice the PayPal thing at the bottom there? You see where it says Traveling with Bruce? Put in Bruce Fromert, Traveling with Bruce. You'll find probably my photo. Is this the guy you want to send this money to? Then you'll be able to do a payment there. Okay. If you do have problems with getting dough to PayPal, let me know. Let me know. Okay, get a hold of me with a an email, and we'll try to work it out. Okay, but there's ways. Okay, those of you in Canada, you can send me what they call it's what is it called, an electronic deposit. It's done through email. That can be done. $5.99.99 converted to US dollar. I get those as well. I get those alerts, but then you need to follow up, all of you, with a private email. Here are the 5 classes I would like, Bruce. I want these 5 specific numbers, and I'll send those to you after I'm off the air here, after the show. Okay? Thank you all very, very much, and hopefully this will work out for you. And as I said, I've been getting this message now for over a month from PayPal, and they're still screwed up. So I don't know what to make of it. I do what I can with what I got, and that's all I can tell you. We're open now, folks. We are trading. We're running another day here. Where are these stocks headed? That is what we want to know. Well, let's find out. I'm showing the Dow up about 58 points to sort of start the day off. I'm seeing it anywhere from 41 to 70, but I think it's 41 to 60, something like that. We're up a little bit. We're up 5.7 on S&P. We're up 30 points on NASDAQ. Oil down 5 cents a barrel at this point in time. I've got Adobe down 369. No more frustrating stock than this one. NVIDIA 883 up 360. I've got SOFI up 22 now at 762. We've got GameStop up 6 cents. We've got Rocket Lab ahead about a half a penny. AI right now showing a 17-cent gain. Spire Global up 20 cents at 12.14. Spider S&P 500 ETF is up 71. The Qs are up 39 cents. Uber's down 160. Apple shares are down 91 cents. Enphase up $2. AMD down 180. Netflix down $2. Tesla's up 416 to 169.06. Matterport is up 2.5 cents. SmartRent up 5.5. Owens Corning up 370. ATIP down 14. Unity up 45 cents. Google up 175. Moderna down $1.09. Cisco's up a penny. Pfizer down 8 cents. IBM up 19. HPQ up 8. Microsoft off $1.37. 23andMe 1 penny better. Amazon is up $1.29. New highs, apparently all time coming up here. Home Depot up 48 cents. Vanik up 110. Goldman up 390. Boeing up 18. Meta up 3. Target unchanged. JP Morgan up 128. Costco is down $1.80. Walmart down 9 cents. Disney down 63. American Airlines down a penny. AMC is up 1.5 cents at 302. DraftKings down 80 at 46.40. We have Royal Caribbean up 78 cents a share at the moment. Welcome one, welcome all to the program. We are just open now 5 minutes. We're up 55 on the Dow. SoFi now 756. Opening volume for SoFi now 758 is 3.3 million. That's okay. We'll take that. We'll see if there's more to it. The high so far 764. Low today 750. That is the range of SoFi. So we'll watch that gyrate, I'm sure, all morning long. Some of you, well, actually, quite a few of you have probably watched my video from yesterday on SoFi, how to get your hands on SoFi for as low as $4.95 a share, or if you don't get it at $4.95, how to be paid 30% on your money to try to buy SoFi at $4.95 a share. Awesome stuff. That video has done fairly well, and thank you for watching it. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up if you've given it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Just double checking. Thank you for reacting to that video. Like I said, there's a way here to make money in this world. One way is to write cash secured puts on stocks that you like. And if you like SoFi, write $7 cash secured puts, write $10 cash secured puts, whichever ones you want, go out in time, take the dough off the table, say thank you, sir, may I have another, and you can do whatever you want with that cash in the meantime, or just let it earn interest right there. Let's see what else is going on here. Anyway, a shout out to Sean. Thank you, Sean. I got your PayPal donation. It came through, okay? And I see the classes you want, but do me a favor, send me a private email. I need your email address because PayPal doesn't give it to me, all right? So send me a private email telling me I just sent you this dough. Here are the classes I want, and then I can reply to you later today after I'm done this show. Beautiful stuff. Congratulations, Sean. There he is. We'll get you those classes, okay? Send me an email, please. All right. NVIDIA, $875.90, down $4. We were up $7 in the pre-market. Isn't it funny how this stock reacts? Isn't it wild? We go, straight up, straight down, nowhere, back and forth. 877 now, down $2. It just gyrates, unreal. SoFi 762 climbing again. GameStop up 2, Rocket Lab up 1 penny. David Duff says, "Good morning, everybody." Willie is here, number 145, thumbs ups. Thank you, my friend. The knee attacks are coming out, knee emoji attacks to honor the Knights of Knee. Beautiful. 877, 876 on NVIDIA. There you go. One company that seems to be in trouble, and I don't see an analyst anywhere talking about it. I really wonder what's wrong with these guys. Spirit Airlines, I think they're going out of business. I think Spirit is going broke. They have announced a delay in accepting new jets. Nobody delays accepting new jets, in particular jets from Airbus. You might delay Boeing jets like 737 Maxes, but you're not going to delay Airbus jets. Are you kidding me? Spirit is delaying delivery by a year of a bunch of new jets, and they're furloughing pilots. Nobody furloughs pilots. The only airlines that let pilots go are those that are going out of business. That means Spirit, in my humble opinion, is going out of business slowly but surely because they can't merge with anybody to save themselves. They're a failed business model, I guess, or they're being crushed by the majors in their turf, and they can't compete. And that is the bottom line here. So, heck, what can I say? Spirit might be a Chapter 11 story. It might be a merger at 1/10 the price. I don't know. But shareholders of Spirit, get out. Get out now. Forever stay out, because there's only one way the stock is going. Zero. It's going to zero. Not good. All right. What are people writing on SoFi this morning? $7 puts for Jan 26 or Jan 25? There you go. Question mark, question mark. You have to decide for yourself. Where do you want your money? And what kind of return do you want on your dough? And that's the answer right there. Brian is saying, I would do Jan 25s, but I don't have any powder, not financial advice. There you go. Up to all of you yourselves. You figure it out. 871 on NVIDIA. We're down $8 a share. The stock was up $7 a share 25 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. What? Too loud? What? I don't know. 872 is where we're at. Those of you with 840s, 830s, 820s, 810s, 800, sit tight. Just relax. Today's another day of expiry. And that is what's going to happen. The Dow's up 31. The S&P is down 3.7. Nasdaq's down 18. It's not a bloodbath. Nothing bad is happening. It's just another Monday morning opening. And here we are. Welcome to the program. Where else are we at? AI. By the way, AI at 25.16. It's unchanged. Classic candidate for cash secured puts. Classic. But it's also a classic candidate down here for deep in the money calls that expire in 2026, for example, for poor man covered call writing. You want to look under that 90-10 rule. What contracts can you get your hands on AI, and how much will they cost you? And then what can you write against them? What kind of percentage return would you get on your lower investment. Instead of buying the stock at 25, can you get an option on the stock for $10, $11, $12, and then write calls and get double the yield that you would get versus the stock? Might be worth your while. Something to investigate. In any event, Uber down 235, Qs are down 55 cents, Spiders are up 2, Apple is down 99 cents, Enphase up 340, AMD down 331, Netflix down 446. The Tesla shares are doing well, 170.84, up 594. Interestingly, Tesla got a very positive review over the weekend, but not a review. It's one of these. Tesla got some good press from a YouTuber that are not known for car reviews. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about one of my favorite channels that I personally like to watch, Kara and Nate. Kara and Nate, the young couple that travel out of Nashville, Tennessee. They travel all over the world, and they released their video this weekend about a camping trip they took about 30 miles from this condo in Joshua Tree. They were in a Tesla Cybertruck. They took a Cybertruck out for a 3-day jaunt, and it came with a Tesla tent that sets up in the bed of the truck. And they tried it out in Joshua Tree National Park, and they raved about the truck. They loved it. And I can see why. They are the perfect demographic to love the truck. Young couple, no kids, 33, 35 years old, and no stroller to worry about, no bassinet to worry about, no child to feed every 4 hours. They are out there enjoying their lives, and here they are in this tent that folded up on the back of the truck itself. And they were talking about the virtues of driving this Cybertruck. They really enjoyed it. And the Kara asked Nate, "Hey, would you buy one of these?" He said, "Money is no object. Damn right, I'd buy one of these in Nashville. I'd love to have one of these in Nashville." And the truck got a lot of positive comments from these two. I'm sure it doesn't hurt Tesla one iota. Anyway, there you go. What is a safe cash secured put on Tesla? If I'm going to do a cash secured put trade on Tesla, what is a trade? Tom Kaufman would like to know. Hi, Tom. 171.59 is where the Tesla shares are right now. I would be about maybe 140s, 50s, 135 50s, 135 45s, 130, 150 range. Anywhere in that range is where I'd look for. I would think, I don't know if you can do anything between now and April 19, like next week Friday, but you can certainly look at the third Friday of May as a candidate, and or June. Take a look at those. See if you can get your hands on a decent return, a nice spread. Okay. Brian says to Tom, looking at 1 year on Tesla now is a great time to write cash secured puts. No idea what strikes would work for you though. I don't know about a year out, but I would be looking at a month or two max. Really, I'd rather be closer in. I'd rather do a credit spread credit spread on Tesla. I'd rather do a credit spread on Tesla maybe 10 times a year rather than once a year. I think I'd be more into that. If I can get my hands on a $2, $3, $4 spread, and score most of that 10 times a year, I'd be interested in something like that. It's worth a look. Ms. K says good morning to all of you. Good morning, Ms. K. Thank you, those of you who have hit the thumbs up button today. Those of you who have answered my poll question today, welcome to that as well. We have 171 thumbs ups. We need 29 more to get to 200. We've had 325 answers to my poll question this morning. And the question is, SoFi shares will reach $10 as April 29th's earnings are released. We only have 10 trading days left for SoFi shares before we get the results of the first quarter. And 56% say yes, it's going to hit 10. 44% are saying, I don't think it's going to make it. 325 votes have come in now on that poll question. You let me know, kids, and hit the thumbs up button at the same time if you could. Give our show a little more momentum. We need 29 to get to 200. Now we have 27 to go. We're at 173. Thank you all very much for these thumbs ups, and I appreciate it for sure. Excuse me. All right, Sean, I got your email. Fantastic, buddy. Thank you, buddy. And Dwayne, we'll take care of you later as well on your request. We'll get you guys set up, not to worry. Fantastic, one and all. Rocket Lab right now is up 1.9 cents. SoFi is up 19 at 7.59. We got GameStop down 2. Matterport is ahead by about 4.5 cents. We've got 23andMe up 3 cents now to 51. It looks like Spire is up 23 cents right now. We got ATIP down 15. SmartRent up 2.5 cents at 258. We got Apple down 63. It's actually coming on. Goldman is up 284 actually. Cisco down 3. Tesla up 769 to 172. Baby, here you go. Arc Innovations up 87 cents. Microsoft down $1.23. You can look at put credit spreads on Microsoft. I would be in that 380.90 range, 370, 390 range, quite comfortably there out to May, definitely. And I'd be looking for credits, looking for some nice money, even $30 spreads if you can afford them. Pfizer's up 7, HBQ up 25, Google is up 196 today, Amazon up $1. The all-time high for Amazon, 187.29, and we're at 186.10. Nvidia now only down $5. It got down to what was it doing here? Hang on, let me refresh my thing. It got down to $870. The Nvidia 870 was the low. We're 874 now. 874. Unity up 55 cents. AI up 22. Adobe down 240. Spiders are up 36. Qs are up a penny. Netflix down 467. IBM up 26 cents. Pardon me. Meta down 310. There's a cash secured put trade waiting for you. Probably in the 460, 80 range, 440, 460, 70, anywhere in there. Definitely worth a look. Vanik Semiconductors is 223 up 46 cents. If you can do a $180, $90, $200 put credit spread, I'd look at those. Home Depot up 225. Enphase up $2. Palantir up 6 cents. Uber up down 199. Pardon me. Coinbase up $20 right now. 260. Avoid those guys. Just be very, very careful of that volatility. All right, there it is. 759 on SoFi at the moment, and Tesla, like I say, up 760, having a pretty good day. The Dow now up 83. We're getting a little more upward momentum here on the Dow. We're up 1 point on S&P, 8.7 gain on NASDAQ. We've gone green on everything. The question is, how far is the green run going to go, and who's going to benefit the most? SoFi is having definitely a very good day, up 18 cents so far today. All right, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Great to have you all with us here so far this morning. Giddy on up. That's what I say. January 26th, a $7 cash secured puts might be the put you want to write on SoFi. They are trading at 195 last trade. 195 to 205 is the bid ask. If you score a 205 price, then of course you are in line to buy the stock at 495. If you get a $2 price, you're in line to buy the stock at $5, and we're at 757, 758 right now. Not bad on the session right there. Okay, everybody, welcome to the party. If you write a $10 put contract on the SoFi, you can get your hands around $395. Maybe you can get $4 to $405 for them. And at $405, you're paying $595 until Jan 26. Whereas the sevens will get you in there at $495. So One's $1 less. But look, the $10 put will bring you 40% return on your money right now. $4 a share premium, that's 40% of your $10 commitment. Not bad. It's all right. Something to consider. Anyway, there you go. As we say, that is the story right now. 759, 760 on SOFI. The high of the day, 764 SOFI on SOFI. So far on SOFI, 764. We're at 760 right now. Shares to $10 is the question of the day. Will these shares run to $10 each by the time we get to Monday, April the 29th, pre-market? 334 votes have come in for this poll question. 56% say yes, 44% not so sure about that. $10 a share or better is the wonder that I have. I'm hopeful it will. I would love to see it at 12 before the earnings come out. Even better, will there be more analytical reports coming out? I think there will be. I have a suspicion there will be more analytical updates done by analysts. We'll see just how positive they are about the company. We have 186 thumbs ups now. Thank you, everybody. We are 14 away from the mighty 200. RB, I am 174. Lorraine, I was thumbs up 176. Fabulous. Hey, Curtis Savage of Wall Street, I hope everybody is having a great day today. Good morning, fellow simpletons and degenerates. And Brian says they just added October and November expiry dates. Those are new. One just sold a $25 AI for Jan 25. I got $5.85. I think this is a good deal. I think it is too. I think that is an exceptionally good deal for Jan 25 on AI. Nice. I was looking over the weekend and noticed that they were in that 6 area. There you are, my friend. Well done. You write 30s, you can get upwards of $9. If you write 30s until Jan 26 on AI, you can get $12 on 30s. At least as of Friday night, that's what it was indicating. Isn't that something? Savage of Wall Street. Did someone say $7 for cash secured puts? Yay! Because last week I wrote me 2 Unity Jan 2026 25s cash secured puts at $7 is exactly what I asked for them, and boom, free $1,400 to buy 2 more SOFI $7 cash secured puts for Jan 25. Kaboom, kaboom! There you go again. So thank you very much. Beach Boy, nice move there. Juan says, Beach Boy, well done all. Well done, everyone. How you use your credit spread money or cash secured money is up to you. For some of you, you move into AI and you write a cash secured put there. You turn around, take that cash, and head over and make a move on SOFI. Leverage it up and go from one to another. Totally your call. Can be done. 871.50 on NVIDIA, down 8.5 as we watch that stock in frustration. We're up 64 cents on the Dow. Adobe only down $1.20, coming back now. Adobe coming back. One, Sam, that's great, Savage. Good move on you there. We are still up 60 on the Dow, 1.3 on S&P 500. We're up 15 on NASDAQ. Congratulations all. Making your money work for you. Taking your dough and getting it to work rather than just sitting there with 3 and 5% stupid returns from uncaring, unmotivated money managers who have no interest in working for your betterment, really. They're just taking their management fees off the top of your money and saying, thank you, sir, may I have another? It's time for you to make your money make real money, because you're only as old as you are once, and you're older tomorrow. Time is running out on all of us. We got to make this pay. Got to make this work. Credit Savage says, I just love free money. By the way, at the casino last week, I took in over $2,000 in wins. It's like my luck was so much better when I gambled with free money. I don't care if I lose it. I mean, laughing out loud. Oh, my God. Not bad over in Tahoe. Way to go. 76-point gain on the Dow. We're climbing again. We're now up 3 on the S&P, and NASDAQ is up 24. So we're certainly moving higher. Oil down 51 cents at 86.40. Welcome everyone to the program. The Dow Trump media thing is 36.46, down $4. This thing is a disaster. This public company, they're at each other's throats in there, and it's all about one guy. And talk about volatility and no income to speak of any significance. It's unbelievable. This DJT, this thing is market capitalized at $4.9 billion. Their sales last quarter, $4 million. There ain't no sales in Trumpville. This is a company quickly going bankrupt. This thing is running out of cash. Unbelievable. Obviously the followers of the stock, the believers in the stock, are believers in the Messiah they've created, and good luck, you guys. You're going to get your butts handed to you, but hey, yikes. I would avoid this thing at all costs. Yikes. Can't count on good or bad news over here. Just, yeesh, this is scary. Anyway, 872 on NVIDIA right here, right now. Come on, NVIDIA. The low of 868, the last sell-off about 10, 15 minutes ago. 868, we're back to 872, 873 now. What's happening there? I don't know. 758 on SOFI, up 18. We're down 3 on GameStop. Rocket Lab is up 7/10 of a penny. Not a lot to report there. Okay, everybody? AI up 12. We've got Unity now sitting on a 56-cent gain at $25.92. We got Tesla up $7, almost to $6.97 now, $171.87. Looking very good on Tesla today. Netflix down 4, AMD down 170, Enphase up 2, and Apple only down 53 cents. We're actually seeing recovery there. Google up 220 right now. Other stocks of note, let's see. Oh, Microsoft went green. We're up a quarter now. It got down to 423. It's now 425.70 and climbing quickly. Microsoft climbing, probably helping the Dow now. That's probably why the Dow is higher, 44 points. And maybe S&P and NASDAQ will climb with Microsoft as well. Amazon up $1.03. Home Depot up $3.60. Goldman up $1.19 right now. Boeing up 25 cents with all their troubles. It's amazing. JP Morgan up 99 centinos, and Royal Caribbean up 190 at 137.92. Unbelievable. Norwegian came up with news in the last week now. A bunch of ships have been canceling cruises in 2025. If you're a cruiser, you don't want to go on cruising, be careful with Norwegian. They are canceling cruises in 2025-26 on like 7 ships. I think something's going on over there. I think something bad is going on over at Norwegian. I think they have got dollar problems and massive IOU problems with their followers, their bondholders. And I think they're having trouble to raise additional cash. And what they're now doing is operational moves to take ships out of long distance cruises that eat up a lot of fuel and replace these cruises with shorter Caribbean cruises out of Florida. The other thing about sailing out of Florida, it's cheaper to operate a cruise ship out of Floridian ports than European ports. And if you're going to go just to the Bahamas, to a private island and Nassau and this region, you're only going to burn fuel for maybe 1,000, 1,500 miles. Whereas if you're going to do a trip from Southampton to the Mediterranean and back, you're going to burn thousands of miles of fuel, 3,000 miles of fuel. This is money out of their pockets. They're selling inside rooms for, 100, 500 a week, 600 a week. They cannot make 1,000 a week money if they're only getting 500 a week to start with. And if you're going to burn off fuel at these prices, they're going to lose. And so I think Norwegian is cutting back expenses by cutting back their cruise lengths of distance lengths. They're still running 5 and 7 day cruises, but they're going to change itineraries. Apparently there's also a number of ships that have been chartered, and I think they're going after a heavy charter business. They're trying to go after 1 week long, one group only on the whole ship for a flat price kind of deal, plus drinks and what have you. Much more profitable to deal with a bunch of drunk rock and rollers or Trekkies or Star Wars fans or whatever the theme of the cruise is. There are a zillion themed cruises every year that last 4 days, 5 days, 7 days. And these cruise lines make way more money from a themed cruise than a regular cruise. Seniors that go on cruises are penny pinchers. A rock and roll beach party cruise where everyone is hoping to have a good time, they are spending freely, tons of dough, and they're making a lot more money. Beats the ships up a little bit, but then Norwegian has older ships in many cases, and so it doesn't matter. There seems to be issues at Norwegian. I keep coming back to this, because something isn't right over there. We'll see. They're not being recommended by analysts as much as the others are. Okay. Stephen Butler, number 197, Bruce. 197. Rock and roll, man. Thank you for the thumbs up, Stephen. I appreciate it. We're going for 200 thumbs ups this morning. Welcome all to the party. Welcome all to the program. Thank you all for being here. Also, thank you to Alberto. Making a donation on PayPal. Testing. Is this thing on? My mic sounds nice. Check 1. My mic sounds nice. Check 2. Thank you, Alberto, for a PayPal donation today. You are the GOAT over there. I appreciate you. And I encourage everyone to imitate him. I dare you to imitate Alberto with donations on PayPal. Thanks, pal. Much appreciated. All right. Oh boy, what's going on? I want to know. We're negative on the Dow, 13 points. We went up 80 something. Now we're down 13. You think algorithmic trading is kicking in? I think so. Earnings are about to come out later this week, and next week the banks get ready for a new earnings season. We're on Adobe down $2, Nvidia at 873, almost 874, still down about $6. SOFI 760. That's the lone green stock on my front page of my phone. Of all the stocks, there's one that's green. It's SOFI. It's up 20 cents. 760 a share. GameStop 1114 down 11. The SoFi volume, by the way, 9.2 million, 35 minutes. It's not heavy. This is an average opening. GameStop volume very light, 381,000, 1114 down 11 cents. We're not going anywhere. 1114, not going anywhere at the moment. 378 looks like on Rocket Lab, down about 2 cents. AI holding a 16-cent gain. Spire up 3. Uber down 234. The SPY up 1. The Qs are up 18. Apple down 57 now. Enphase holding a 230 gain. AMD only down 64 cents. Coming on, actually. Netflix is still under by 564. Tesla up 708. 171.98. Tesla's having a fine morning. Which means, if you're looking at a put credit spread, be behind the stock. 130, 40, anywhere there, 150 perhaps. There's some comfort if you're close in time. That might be okay. All right. Gavin Taylor, what's happening with Rocket Lab? Are they doing a launch? Is there a launch coming up on Rocket Lab? I thought there was. I know there's a series of launches that they're working on, but I thought one was imminent. The first quarter financials are coming. First financials are going to be released May 6th, Monday, May 6th. That's a month from now. We'll find out what they have to say. And then they're setting a launch window for their next Electron mission. I think that's been done, isn't it? Yeah. Coming April 24th. Their next launch of their next Electron launch, April 24th, the beginning of the Swarm mission is scheduled to launch from Rocket Lab Launch Complex 1 in Maya, New Zealand. The Electron mission will include carrying a Neon Sat-1 Earth observation satellite for the Satellite Technology Research Center and a satellite for NASA's Advanced Composite Solar Sail System. There you go. Coming up, and they don't talk about money, but every time they launch, they get paid a bunch of dough. So there you go. There's the story on Rocket. I have nothing else to tell you about at the moment. Wish I did. I just look at this stock at 376. I shake my head because they're cash rich. They have no debt. They got $1 billion back order, a book. Everything's going their way. Everything. Their customers keep coming to them. They have a successful launch after successful launch. They're building more and more rockets at a cheaper cost. They've scored on the Virgin Orbit's demise, outlasting competition. Everything's going their way, but the stock is not going investors' way yet. I keep wondering when. Hector, I was a student. I was a student in a stock chart interpretation class offered by a competitor of yours. I feel empowered. Time to take more of your classes. Well, there you go, Hector. Well done. I hope it works out. Knowledge is king here. What can I say? 25.20 up 4 on AI. Dow right now down 19 points. Not going very far there. NVIDIA 872.80 down 725. SOFI now 755 up 15 cents a share. Welcome all to the show. Welcome to the Monday, April 8th session. Thank you all, those of you who have been grabbing my classes, who have been hitting thumbs ups today. We're at 203 of those now. And now the poll question. We've got 362 respondents of the poll question, and that is SoFi shares will reach $10 as of April 29th's earnings release. That's in 10 trading days. 56% say yes, we're going to hit $10 a share by the 29th of April. All this week and next week is the trading before the earnings. Monday morning before the opening on the 29th is when we get the release, and we will be at $10. 44% saying no way, Bruce, but 56% saying I think so. I think we're going to have a solid little run here on the shares. To $10 a share will not be a surprise. I think one way to ensure that we guarantee ourselves a little success in this market and to maybe give ourselves a bit of insurance that we are going to be looked after is to perhaps honor a certain group, a powerful group out there that can absolutely make or break markets for us. Brian knows what I'm talking about. Mandu number 5 knows what I'm talking about. Melvin Mayo knows exactly what I'm talking about. Rael knows what I'm talking about. The knee emojis are showing up. Larry Titus, here we go. Cow tipper. Neat. Here they come. Here they come, everybody. Get out of the way. You're going to be knocked over by a stampede of knee emojis. Juan is here. Hector is here. Richard Carlin, Tuna Fish is here. IR Aaron. Neat. Square. They all know the power of the Knights of Knee. Don't get in the way of the Knights of Knee. You'll be hurting yourself. Why would you do this to yourself? Makes no sense whatsoever. You cannot make this Knights of Knee angry. Don't even think. I mean, you want that face in your portfolio? You want to open up your brokerage account one morning and see that face instead of your balance? You don't need to be brought in front of these guys to be called into question your loyalty to the Knights of Knee. You can't be serious. Welcome to the party, pal. It's time to get serious about making money in this market. Honor the Knights of Knee. It's the one thing you have to do. And don't let Strickland catch you in the hall. So without giving us a thumbs up today, please. By the way, this Saturday, 5 days from now, hello, is anyone listening to me out there? 5 days from now, you can have a free meal and join Jennifer and I at the Outback Steakhouse in Ontario, California. Don't you love this warm bread that they serve? I love this stuff. Oh, it's so good. I love that butter. It just kind of melts on the bread there like a hot knife through soft butter. It's so nice. We're going to be sitting out here on the patio enjoying lovely weather, I think, at the Ontario Outback Steakhouse. Come on out and see Jen and I And Jen is looking forward to it. She won't be walking around with a cane, I'll tell you that. She's going to be up and about. And you can say hi to Auntie Jen and check out how she's doing with her new hips, and say hi to us. And boy, I'm looking forward to it. This should be a lot of fun. That's this Saturday, the 13th of April. If you're coming out, let us know. Send us an email. Just let me know, Bruce. Yes. We are definitely. I'm coming with my wife. I'm coming with my best friend. I'm coming with my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad. I'm coming out. Definitely coming up. Coming up my own. Can't wait to see you, and can't wait to meet Auntie Jen. Looking forward to a bite to eat with you Saturday, the 13th of April. After lunch, we're going to the Ontario Mills Mall. That's what you'll do, and go shopping a little bit, and head her home from there, whatever you want to do, or head to LA, whatever. Fantastic. Yeah, Hector, Knights of Neat, saluted on Monday, guide us all week, please. Yes, indeed. Deep Value knows I'm really just JR. Oops. Neat. Gorilla. No, not that. Brian, Uncle Bruce, if I sold a covered calls for a month out and a strike of $10 and I got 50 cents for it, if the stock's at 9 and there's 3 weeks left until expiry, would it be best to roll the last week or do it ASAP? Well, you can do it in the last week, probably because if you're trading at 9 and it's unlikely the contracts will even be at 50, they might be at 40. You should be able to do at least a 1 month rollover, same strike price for 70 cents. You get 30 more or 80, or 2 months or 3 months and maybe get $1 or something like that. I suppose it's a theoretical question. Brian, if you wait until the last week, the stock could always go back up. Yes, you could also have a lot of time decay, but you would also be exercised. There's all those thoughts. Also, Rocket Lab, Matterport, and GameStop all look the same. Red. There you go. Rocket Lab, Matterport, GameStop, cash secured put City. Easily done that way. One way to look at it. Or write covered calls on Rocket Lab, Matterport. Write 5s or 6s, but Rocket Lab might be doing cash secured puts. With the amount of cash they have, one launch coming up here in 16 days, that pop could be $5.50, $6. Thank you. I wouldn't want to be writing against that. Anyway, it is what it is. The Matterport shares, super cheap. The company going profitable as well. The market will figure them out. They will eventually buy into these guys. And GameStop, of course, just went profitable, and it's at $10.97 a share. So you figure out what the stock is doing. Anybody want to find out what Ryan Cohen is thinking, doing? I have no idea. Do you know? Does anyone know? Other than cost cutting, turning the company into a profitable corporation, great. I'm very happy, but no one's talking. No one speaks over there, which means the only people that speak on behalf of GameStop are analysts who all hate the company. So you either put out your message or let others put out their message. I'm doing the best I can, but I only have 235 people listening to me right now. What can I tell you? I feel like Chris Farley. Let the boy be your dog. Bobby Atkinson, the chatter on Rocket Lab it's all on the medium rocket in development. My tinfoil hat says it's going to work. I suspect it will too. Yes, I like those guys, but you got to pay the price, right? You got to pay the price to wait this thing out. I'm glad I have some exposure in the space tech. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Where are we at right now? Thank you all for being here today, being with us today. So appreciated. We're overwhelmed with your support. 203 thumbs up was the last I saw. Let's just get an update on the thumbs up number. 212. Thank you, everybody. 212 thumbs ups. This is good stuff. 373 votes have come in on the poll question here. Yes, 57%. The stock is going to hit at least $10 a share by the 29th of April, because that's when the earnings come out for SOFI. Only 43% say no. It's actually growing. Support for the $10 estimation is growing. Very, very interesting. on SoFi on that poll question. Everybody, welcome. What have we got here? We've got Savage of Wall Street. I sold one Unity a CSP, a cash secured put expiring on the 17th of May. I did this last week for 205, and right now it's at 176. I hope you stay at 24.99 on 517 so I can get my U shares under 22.99. Also use premium from SoFi and Unity cash secured puts for Matterport shares. Buy them when they're cheap. Savage, I keep telling folks about Matterport, and they're not listening. Real estate has jumped 9% nationally in the last 2 months. It's a matter of time, people. Think Matterport is real estate. It's not, but whatevs. I know Matterport is so much more than just commercial or property real estate. It's commercial real estate, industrial real estate, cruise ships, resorts, to replicate property in a 3D format is everything. It's the future. Marketing. You guys are going to see AI marketing come your way, where Matterport systems will be used to do the 3D imaging of a resort, and then AI will have you walk through the resort with the AI 3D imaging. Eventually, you'll be wearing your goggles, and you'll be planning your next vacation down the road someday. And you're going to insist that in order for you to even think about booking a resort, even going to Vegas, you're going to want to have the 3D imaging experience that Matterport is going to hand over with their technology, so that you can do this inside the lobby of the hotel, inside your room. You're going to want to be able to do this. The exact suite number that you want. You're going to be able to do this. This is coming. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It's going to happen for every cruise ship as well. And that's where it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense for these all-in resorts, these all-inclusive 1 week, 2 week resorts in Jamaica, Mexico, elsewhere, where you can walk around in 3D, inspecting your unit that you're thinking of renting. It's going to be the norm for Airbnb, without a doubt. Absolutely the norm. You're going to want to know. It's coming. It's coming. Hector, Uncle Bruce, what would cause real estate to rise in value over the past 2 months? Less chance of an interest rate hike? Kind of a few factors, one of which apparently is a lack of supply to build a new house today, with the labor rates and the raw material costs and the higher taxes of municipalities that they're charging. It's turning off new buyers, new builders, and so buyers are looking for existing, and that's the part of it right there. I think the other issue is a lot of folks out there who have real estate worth 400, 600, 800 million plus. A lot of these folks in the middle class area, upper middle class, they've got mortgages that they put together 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before interest rate hikes. How many homes in the Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, New York, Northeast, Boston, New York, Philly, Baltimore, Washington, the West, LA, and what have you. You think about how many millions of homes were financed at 2.5% to 3.5% mortgages that are in place for years and years and years. Why would these people sell their house and then try to find another house, and they've got to take a 7-8% mortgage? Why would you do that? That's a downgrade for you, because if you have a house right now that costs you $2,000 a month in mortgage and has so many square feet, and you want to move to an area for a house that's similar in size, the price might be higher than what you want to pay, and your mortgage rate is higher. And now you have a $4,000 payment, not a $2,000 payment. I don't see the reason to do it. I can see where people are saying, I'm going to rent my house that I have right now at 2.5, 3% interest. I'm going to rent that house out for top dollar because rents are high. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to rent my place in Florida, a place in Florida or Arizona or California, wherever you want to be, at whatever price you got to pay, but you're not going to have the property taxes. You're not going to have to worry about the insurance. It might be a furnished place, it might be unfurnished, but you're going to be a renter, and the rent that you're getting is going to pay the rent you're paying, and you're not paying 7-8% interest rates, and you're waiting for rates to come down, or your house that you still have to go even higher, even higher. And that might be the other reason what's going on here, what's rising. Dude is saying, thank you, Uncle Bruce the Savage. Brian Hector Salamanca, housing prices are crazy. It makes no sense to me. My house value is up 30% since I bought in 2021. Just crazy. Well, this is the reason. This is the exact reason. You bought in 2021. If you bought cash, you bought cash. But if you've got a mortgage, you're not paying 8% mortgage, are you? No, you're not. There are people who want to downsize, right? They want to retire, semi-retire, whatever. They found this channel. They want to move to somewhere else in a condo with all the amenities, pool and spa and pickleball and all that in a warm climate. But they don't need a 3,000 square foot place. They're happy with a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom plus a den, kind of a condo where the rent on an annual basis is $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a month. I don't know, whatever the rate is. And they're going to rent their house out for $2,500 a month, and they're going to rent a place for $2,100 a month, or they're going to rent theirs out for $3,000 because it's bigger, and they're going to rent something for $2,200 a month, $2,500 a month because it's smaller, and they still have an investment in their house, and they enjoy the upside of their home over time. If it happens, it happens, and it carries itself, and or they're mortgage free, and it's just income in with money out where they want to be. Makes sense to me. Supply and demand, says Hector. Brian Hector. Also, it's the springtime when home sales start ramping up, so prices will go up on more demand. I also need a lot of people. I read they're not moving, would rather do renos than move. Bobby, I'm on my last 10 years with my mortgage. I'm looking forward to the last 5 years and may use premium money to pay back, pay the chunk off faster. There you go. Hector, time to live in my basement and rent out the rest. People are doing that too. They are doing that. There's some folks who are renting their homes out in the town they live and renting a place in the town they live. They're downsizing and spending, $1,200 a month in rent or $1,500 a month in rent and getting $3,000 for their house. Whatever works for you, as it's your world, not mine. I can't say. There are some folks who want to RV for a year or two. Can't blame them. They've always wanted to do it. They can get their hands on a new RV using their home equity as equity against a loan on an RV. They finally get a $250,000 RV with 15 years financing, and they're paying $1,000 a month for that RV or whatever the hell it is, and they're renting their house out, and they're bringing in more money on the house because they only have a small mortgage left to pay on it, and the house rent is paying for the RV payment. And their Social Security and their option writing money and other pension money is letting them live a lifestyle on their own. It's, what is it you want? Get what you want. By the way, 877 on NVIDIA. I want it to go up. It's coming up. We were down to 868. We're at 877 on NVIDIA, only down 344 here. It's coming up. The Dow back up again, up 53 points. S&P up 6. NASDAQ up 33. Adobe down 1 penny. Adobe back to even here. About time. SoFi 7.59, holding a 19-cent gain. GameStop down 18 cents, 11.07. It's back over 11. Rocket Lab down 5 cents. AI up 24. Spire up 6. Spiders are up 77. Qs are up 77. Uber down 283. Apple down 80 cents. Enphase up 159. AMD down 15 cents on AMD. That's all it's down now. Netflix down 329. Tesla up 676. All right, we've got some up movement here. We're up 52 on Unity, Google up 213. We're up 2 on Pfizer, up 32 on IBM, HPQ up 21, Microsoft is green, 109 gain, Amazon up 141, 142 HD now, Home Depot up 288, Vanik up 136, Goldman up $2, Boeing up 16, Meta down 94 cents. It's coming on. Target only down 19 cents. JP Morgan up $1.03, Costco up 147. American Airlines up 15 cents at $13.92. Royal Caribbean up 256 to 138.58. Makes no sense to me, but what can I say? I'm just saying, money is out there. Bonds are not trading at par at all. We'll see what happens here. All right. Okay. What else? Thank you all for being here. Bobby, to reflect the morning rant, when Nvidia dropped last week, spread increased to 600 the next day, down to 400 today, 175. Expire April 12th. Watch it go. Yes, sir. Dude, here's a $10 donation. Thank you so very much. The real value in this channel is motivation. Bruce tirelessly is out there every day, keeping us focused on what matters in this market. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Well, thank you, dude. I do the best I can. Is there a reason why I'm exhausted every Friday night? Yeah, there's a reason I'm exhausted. I am carrying you guys. I'm trying to keep you going. I'm excited for you guys. I see the progress you're making. I see the trades you're doing. You're telling me what you're up to. I'm so jacked for what's happening here. Just let the profits fall into your hands. Don't leave the room yet. The party's going to get juicier towards expiry on some of these contracts. Mandu number 5, 100%, dude. You are absolutely right. Thank you. Well, you all think dude is correct. Each of you send me $100 right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, there we go. Moving on. We're up 212. We have 212 thumbs ups as of last report. We're now at 217 on the thumbs ups meter, and we have 382 votes in on the poll question today. Will SOFI shares, SOFI shares will reach $10 as of April the 29th earnings when those are released. So in the next 2 weeks, it's going to $10. It's at $7.59 right now. Is this going to happen? 57% say yes. The shares of SOFI are going to reach $10 in the next 10 trading days. 43%, not going to happen. Well, we're going to find out. Thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate it very much. JR, Uncle Bruce, I hear my email gave you fodder for your morning rant. Well, yeah, I'm answering you. I'm trying to help you out here. Oh, my. Fantastic, buddy. I want you to get richer and richer. And, I want you to get richer. We're only down to 170 now on NVIDIA. We're coming back, baby. 878. I now see 880 on NVIDIA. I think we've just gone green again here. We've just touched it. NVIDIA ready to roll. That's good stuff. Adobe is green. SoFi 758 up 18. GameStop down 16 cents. Thank you all. JR is loving it and having a good old time. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for being here today with this old YouTuber who's desperately trying to make you better off financially than you are now. Yes, indeed. We are changing lives one viewer at a time, one option writer at a time. And if you're a newbie here, you're still watching this show and you're a newbie, congratulations. You've hung it right in there. There are classes waiting for you. They're on sale, for God's sake. Look at this. You can get 5 for the price of 4. Limited time offer. Make your move. Send me a donation of $5.99.99 US. I'll get you 5 classes. You tell me the 5 you want. You tell me what 5 would you like. You're brand new, I'd start with the first 5. That would be my recommendation, but it's up to you to figure it out. Each class builds on each class. More info, more knowledge, and there are 17 availables for you. So here's a chunk of 5 for you. 65-point gain on the Dow, 70 now. Trying to come up again. S&P up 11 and NASDAQ up 57 points. So we're getting a little more A little more positive momentum here. Okay, oil down 123. That's good for America. 123 lower. Use less gas. Watch oil plummet in price. Watch inflation plummet. Watch the American dollar get higher. Watch your trips to Europe become cheaper. Watch all imported goods become cheaper. Watch dictators and military juntas collapse under their own greed and corruption. Watch the Ukraine war turn on a dime. Watch the Middle East total confusion and democracy maybe rule, something like that. Just use less gas. It's one thing. It's just one thing. Just use less fuel. It's simple. It's solution right there. So easily done. I do what I can. All right. JR, I've been swing trading, not arm folding. Yeah. Well, there you go. If you're gambling, you're gonna lose. If you're taking the dough and folding your arms and extracting the blood you have sought from these contracts drifting out to zero, you're going to win handsomely. And there it is. I cannot overemphasize how important it is that when you have a winning position to allow the wind to keep winning for you. Too many of you get out too early. You just can't handle winning. You're not used to winning. I understand. I'm not complaining. I get it. When you've had a decade, 20 years, 30 years of constantly losing money in any investment you've been pitched, you kind of get a little antsy when you're up a little bit on a trade. You kind of, I don't want to lose my profits. You got to let a profit run its course, and it will, because there are gamblers out there who are going to lose their butts, and you have to let them do it. You have to let them lose their butts. Don't buy back contracts that don't deserve to be bought back. Take the money. Leave them nothing. I've heard that somewhere. DB, here's a donation. Thank you, DB. I agree, Uncle Bruce. Thanks for your encouragement and wisdom. I'm sitting back with my arms folded until 4:19. How about that? Beach Boy, 30 shekels. I wrote a SOFI, Jan 25, covered calls, 10s at 110. Here's looking at you, dude face, Alberto Savage, lemon pie for you, dancing stamina. Leave them nothing. No pie, no nothing. That's what he's done. That's what he's doing. Hector, Uncle Bruce, you also chastise us for going to contract expiration. I do. And sometimes I'm right on that. Sometimes I'm a little harsh on that. But I don't want to see you guys taking 30% profit and thinking, oh, I scored. I made a quick 30%. I'm going to take this money and run into something else. When you should be taking 70, 80, 90%. So it doesn't mean expiration is what it's required, but maybe the week of expiration, maybe the Wednesday of expiration is when you finally close the trade and take your next trade. I am telling you guys that these last 3 weeks are everything. They are everything especially on spreads. They are so good, so good. Blair, in some cases, get out in too late or have a hard time with making decisions. I hear you. Blair, by the way, I'm wishing you all already a relaxed day tomorrow. Before the bell tomorrow, Tilray earnings, says Blair. Well, we'll watch for that. Thank you all for joining us here. We are now up 82 again. The Dow is back up again. 12 on S&P, 60 on NASDAQ, oil down 136. Adobe is up $1.49. Adobe is green this morning. My goodness, welcome back. NVIDIA down 50 cents. It's ready to roll. NVIDIA wants to go. SoFi, 761. Look at that. And SoFi is 761. The high of the day, 764, 3 cents away. We might be going for that right now. Right now, we might be hitting a new high on SoFi at any moment. We're up to 14.2 million. Nothing serious on the volume gauge. That's a sign of zero selling. How in the world are these shorters getting out? 210 million shorted. How are they getting out? 14 million in the first hour? If they bought half of it, if the shorters are trying to get out without telling us they want to get out, and they bought 7 million so far, that's it. They're still 203 million short. and we're up 21 cents on 14 million volume. Hello, anybody home? Hello, this is going higher. Yeah, you get another 14 million between now and say the next 2 hours. They're not going to get 7 million of those, but even if they did, it would be at $8. We won't go up 20 more cents. We'll go up 30 or 40 more cents. We'll be at $8. They want to get another batch between then and the close of the day and try to get 14 million more, 7 of that. They're going to run this thing to 825, 850. They just are. And they still won't have bought more than 15 million shares, I bet you. They can't get it back down here. There's too many other players wanting to get in. We're going higher. I'm sorry, we're going higher on SOFI. Oh my goodness. Bobby, I was looking at Chipotle stock, $2,900 stock, and around the 2,500, 25.20 spread. Ask was around 300, but the bid is 10 cents. Mac truck parking spot. You don't even go there. JR, darn clouds, get out of the way of my eclipse right now. Susan Shops just wrote 5 NVIDIA. May 17 put credit spread, 770, 790. I love these. For net credit of 380, you did good. You did very good. I like this. Yes, taking a spread, baby. And now fold those arms. Oh, this is lovely. Splair. They made, by the way, lately good ads about their newest pale ale, 4 different types, classic, citric, mango. Okay, Splair. Beach Boy, lemon pie rules. AI cash secured puts, Jan 2026, 1750s at 422. That's pretty good. And January 25s, 2250s at 445. Oh, I like those. That's pretty good there, Beach Boy. Splair, the last what I heard about Chipotle was the possibility of an upcoming stocks, but yes, it's 50 to 1. Avoid that thing. Just stay away from it. Just stay away. Where are we here now? 878 on NVIDIA. We're down 170. I think we're just moments away from a breakup going higher. A bust up, 880, 885. We could go higher than that. We'll see. 888 high of the day. We could hit a new high here any old time. What else going on? Up 85 on the Dow, 12 on the S&P, 61 on NASDAQ. Oil down 119. Giddy up, everybody. Take the run. Well done, Susan Shops. That's a nice little credit. Those kinds of credits, what I want to see here. I want to see you guys taking $350, $450 credit spreads on $20 positions and put in your stink offers, stink bids, and grind these out. Absolutely. This is what it's about, and go for maximum returns here. You deserve it. You all deserve the maximum returns. Absolutely deserve it. 762 on SOFI, up 22 cents, just 2 cents away from the high of the session at 14.8 million volume. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all today for your company. Joining this lonely YouTuber who's sitting in a little bedroom here in Palm Desert, California, hoping people will like him. We have 391 votes on the poll question. We're almost at 400 votes. 57% of you say yes. SOFI shares will reach $10 as of April 29th's earnings call. It'll happen, Bruce. It's going to happen. 43% not so sure about that, but 57%. Yeah, baby. We got the thumbs up meter still coming through here. Latest report now. 228 thumbs ups. 228 thumbs ups are in the bin. Thank you all for hitting those thumbs ups for us. I appreciate you. We love it. All right. We've got John Gill. Uncle Bruce, would you recommend an iron condor on Meta? An iron condor? You got to be a mile out on both sides of this. I fear the upside, to be honest. I fear the upside. So I'd be more comfortable with the put credit spread and just get double the number instead of doing, one of each. Just do 2, or instead of 5 of each, do 10 on the put side and stay well back. It's just my personal thinking on. Hector, Nico, how's Nico doing out there? Bobby, a bagel and hot tub time. Uncle Bruce, we'll see you tomorrow. Right on, Bobby. Thank you, my friend, for being here as always. Yes, we have a lot to follow, a lot to watch. Look at that SoFi, 764. That is the high of the session. Again, here we are right now at 15.2 million, up 24 cents on your SoFi. That's the high of the day. 36 cents away from $8. Oh, making those $7 cash secured puts looking awful good, huh? Writing those 10 cash secured puts, getting better all the time, babies. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Susan Shops, my husband will think I'm a stock market guru. There you go. He should, he really should. John Gill, thanks. You got it, John. Rock and roll, kids. Take your positions and enjoy. Make them pay. Make them pay for gambling when you took the casino route. And sit back, just like the casino managers. You cannot believe how good they are at doing this. They wait for gamblers to blow up. And they do. They do. It happens again and again and again. All right, let's go. Take the money, says dude. Tesla, what a deal, folks. Tesla, well, right now, Tesla is trading at 172.08, up $7 today. Credit spreads on puts, easy money on Tesla. Thank you very much. Credit spreads on Microsoft. I think easy money, folks. Credit spreads on Meta. I think easy money on that. Amazon put credit spreads on Amazon. Easy money to be had. Costco put credit spreads around 650, 630. I think there's easy money there. It's a question of volume, spreads, and credits. Is it there? If not, move on. Absolutely. Giddy up. Susan, oops, a husband will think I'm a genius if I can bring in $2,000 a month doing 20% a month, and I want to do $5,000 laughing out loud. $1 at a time, Susan. $1 at a time, one trade at a time. Just keep working it. Position yourself, fold those arms, and let it happen. Absolutely. 762, 764 on SoFi, 15.6 million. We definitely have some action on SoFi here. We break through 770. We're at 775 very quickly, and then we're within an earshot of $8. Look out. Giddy up. Stephen Butler, I'm driving to go watch the eclipse very shortly. Snowboarder, I made a quick 40% on a cash secured put on Tesla since I opened it on Friday. I love the pop today. Hector, a one interest rate drop and this market bumps up fast. It's not going to happen. I think we're doing just fine economically, and you've got the right guy in the White House to keep it going. Just keep it going. All you need is a Democratic Congress, and America, watch out. Oh my God. The employment bills that will come through, the other investment bills that will come through, America would be on a roll. But good luck trying to tell a lot of people that. It's just so difficult. It's just so crazy out there. What can I say? Susan Shops. Folks, you need to join Uncle Bruce. There's no one else you can email on Sunday for advice and help who will respond patiently to you. There is no one, I tell you, no one this good to us. Thank you, Susan. You're very kind for those words. I appreciate it. Stephen, where are you at? JR wants to know. Congratulations, everybody, on making money. Thank you for those of you who are picking up these classes. Congratulations. Any of you want a one-on-one, let me know. We'll get together with you, and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, I'll be on tonight on TWB for a couple of shows, and then we'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for you Gold Bagel members. Thank you for joining this channel as a Gold Bagel member or Chilling with Uncle Bruce member or even as a subscriber. We thank you all. I thank all of you for no matter what your participation rate. Thank you all. Thanks for these donations today. Appreciate it. As always, you guys are awesome. And have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you here tomorrow morning, first thing. And we'll see if we can help you get just a little bit richer. We won't let it get to your head, okay? How about that? Juan, thank you. For all you do for us, Uncle B, you got it, buddy. Richard, neat, 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 neat. There you go, everybody. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll get this party started, and we'll just keep it right on going. Okay, everybody. This is Bruce and Auntie Jen from Palm Desert, California at the moment, saying thank you all for your loyalty to this channel, following us. Have a great rest of your day. Make a ton of money. Get it all. Leave them nothing. And we'll see you a little later. Bye for now.